Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Girl Survives. We are going to be continuing with our series of Surviving Mars today, and I've just been looking around before I start the episode. There's a couple of things that I believe that we need to do this episode in order to try and effectively get ourselves ready for having colonists. Now, one of the things that we need to do is get the robotics drone hub on the go. Once we've researched that, that's going to help us quite a lot, because if we just zoom out, we can see that we've got metal deposits over here, and more importantly, water over here. That means we're going to have to run a line and a pipe in this direction in order to try and exploit both of those researches. Maybe we'll end up with a dome somewhere around here between the two. That could be potentially ideal. What are these? Have we got metal deposits there? Oh, that's nice. But, looking at our resource count, we don't have a great deal of resources. We may have to import some. We will see if that becomes necessary. You can see that we've got $4,340 million dollars. So, that, fingers crossed, is going to allow us to import some stuff. But without further ado, I think we should continue. We'll go into... I think we'll go into fast mode, actually, thinking about it. Because there's no rush for this. We can't do really anything until we've got the Mars box ready. Let's just make sure that everything that we want to do is being done. I think it might be wise if we just get ourselves another couple of mess storages here. Make sure that there's no problems. Rocket is slowly refueling. See, it's got 55 and 60, so we can send this back soon, which will be nice.
Sector scanned.
Got another sector scanned. It's got 35 metal in it, which is just useless to us. Thanks for that, sector. If we had an RC drone fellow, then we'd be able to kind of move out, go and get different things, or even a transporter might be useful to us.
Research complete.
Advanced Martian engines are complete. I think that might mean that we can send our rocket back. 57 of 40, so we can send it back. I'm going to forbid exports for the time being, and we're going to send it home.
Milestone achieved.
There we go. We have a milestone. We've launched a rocket from Mars. Haven't discovered any more anomalies, which is making me a bit sad. Let's bring it back here. But we are slowly gaining a few resources. Let's see how that research is going. Looks like it's going to take a couple of sols for us to do so. Damn. Not a problem. Now, what's the limits of our drone hub here? Maybe it's going to be a good thing for us to produce, whoopsie daisy, a couple of additional sensor towers. Now, unfortunately, the operational range... Okay, so it's just this edge of that. I think we can work with this. We place them on the edges of this operational range. So somewhere around here. Are they able to reach that? Yeah, easily. Not a problem. And right there as well. That'll do for the time being. We haven't got a great deal of electronics. Yeah, we've only got 8 in total. Ooh, good lord. Not an ideal situation. Not an ideal situation at all. I think perhaps we should call on the resupply now. So let's take a cargo rocket. Do we want an RC transport is the question. No, I'm not going to require that. What we will, however, do is we'll get some polymers. Maybe 50. 50 machine parts. 25 electronics. Let's down these a little bit and go up. 45, 45, 35. I think that seems reasonable. That has... Yep. That's our total capacity.
Sector scanned.
There we go. Okay, so we've got a rocket inbound now. And that's just in order to ensure that we have got... Oh, more water. Low quality. Average quality. Excellent. A little bit more metal there. Maybe we wanted a dome down here. That'd be super cool if we could get one, say, here. Lovely idea of kind of having it within the confines of this kind of protected, cratered area. Yeah, I would like that. Damn, I regret building this here now. Alright, we've got a couple of additional sensor towers now. That's going to be useful. But it is very slow progress. Very, very slow progress. Hmm. 10 drones here. Work. That's a lot of water. I'm so pleased that we found that. What we could potentially do is, if I were to pop a tunnel here, let's just see how well it would work. We could pop another tunnel here, and that would allow us to exploit both sets of water. Oh, that doesn't seem like a bad idea, does it? Yeah, let's set that up. I think that's a good idea.
Cable fault reported.
Oh yes, cable faults, of course. Let's ensure that we have power. And also, I think we're going to have to move our rover. Make sure that we've got the correct life support facility, so... Excuse me? Why no work? There we go. That's going to get the correct facilities. It takes a lot of machine parts. That's one of the reasons that I wanted to get so many. And also a fair amount of metals. I'm not concerned about concrete because at least we've got some form of production. But we've got no production on anything else, and that is a bit of a worry. But water is the most important bit for me. Let's... Oh, hello. Ready to land. Down you come. Excellent. That helps a great deal because we had no machine parts whatsoever. This is going to use most of our machine parts. But don't forget, guys, that we get paid for research. So we are going to be able to bring more stuff in. We're about halfway towards the next drone hub. But therein lies another problem. Right now, what we're going to have to do is build a string of drone hubs to here. Otherwise, it quite simply isn't going to work. We're not going to have anything that can build the drone hub in order to build the drones. So what do we want to do about that? Well, our other rocket is at home, so maybe it's time we start thinking about getting one of these RC rovers, remote-controlled vehicle that transports, commands, and repairs drones. It's not cheap, but I think it's worth it. And I think the rest we need to fill up with more resources to get us going. Machine parts is going to be important. Polymers, relatively important. See, our funding is going down and down here. It's a good thing we're not worried, isn't it? That looks good. Maybe more electronics as opposed to polymers. Yeah, so we've got our RC rover, which is going to have some drones in it. That is going to allow us to go and build anywhere that we need to. Fantastic stuff. Okay, let's launch. I'm quite happy with that. Let's have a sip of coffee.
Sector scanned.
Oh, got another sector scanned. Contains, once again, next to nothing. This was supposed to be a resource-rich area, but it's all around the edges here. I can't wait to have a colony here. I hope I can fit it right here. That'll be amazing. What an awesome place to have it. And amongst all these crags. So yeah, we're doing 18.5. How's our research going? Pretty good. Now, I don't know if we want sustained workload quite yet, so we won't research that. Moxie upgrade, oxygen production increased by 50%. Not important in the at least the short run. I think a low G high rise might be a good idea. Low G hydrosynthesis, it allows the creation of a polymer factory and a fuel refinery. Yeah, we want that. In fact, we want that before we want the low rise. The RC transport, we haven't got one, so I don't think there's any point in us having that. Subsurface heating isn't necessary. We're not likely to suffer from cold snaps. Now, these are all to do with our citizens, as is this one down here. Now, we could take live from Mars. More applicants will start to appear on Earth. Perhaps that's a good thing for us because it gives us the opportunity to get the best possible applicants in. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, we'll pop that in the slot. Drone hubs are constructed with 2 additional drones, and the maximum number of drones is increased by 80. That sounds pretty remarkable. I think we want that. So I'm thinking what we might actually want to do is remove these, take the drone swarm first, and then we will take hydrosynthesis. That looks nice. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Let's continue letting the game go at fastest speed. Good. We're in the slow segment at the moment. There's not a lot going to happen for a fair amount of time, which is not ideal. I do recognise that as watchers, you're probably not going to be as excited as you might otherwise be.
Meteor shower incoming.
Oh my. We've got a meteor shower. That's terrifying. If it lands here, then it ends our playthrough. And that's pretty much the shape of it. Looks like the meteor shower is primarily down here. Oh no, it doesn't start for another day. Damn. Oh, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm really worried now. Let's just keep scanning. Okay, looks like we've got everything except for the concrete now. We will build up here and get another concrete thing. Ooh, high grade.
Sector scan.
Oh, this is also high grade. Very good. Okay, sector G2 has been scanned. There's a load more water down here. Nice. In fact, there's a lot of metal, kind of extraneous metal, if you like, just hanging about. That's kind of nice. Might be able to use that at some point. Oh, here we go. Let's land you here. The RC Rover serves as a mobile base for your drones. It can be relocated by the Move Interact button on its info panel. No, we're going to keep that. Do you have any drones? You've got 4. That's good stuff. What I want you to do now is actually just to go straight over here. Actually, do you know what? I'm absolutely wrong about that. Let's just have it here so it can help unload. Looks like we've got enough room. Oh, look! Our tunnel's being built. Excited?
Sector scanned.
Another sector has been scanned. No resources. 18 hours until that meteor storm hits. How bad is it going to be, guys? Oh dear, please don't be on our little cluster of buildings, please. Okay, so this one's not got too many bits left. Let's forbid exports with you. 13 polymers. Let's see, 24 or 30, 23 or 30. We might need another universal storage. Let's get that.
Research complete.
The drone hub research is finally complete. That's really good news. Let's see what else we can get. Drone printing, which is going to allow us to make more drones. Don't need that in the short term. Long term, fantastic idea. Okay. As soon as this rocket is empty, we are sending it back. We've got 10 hours until the meteor storm starts. I want it out of here before that meteor storm starts. So come on, drones. Let's give you priority. What's this doing down here? Why haven't you... Oh, you silly sausages. Let's not worry about that in the short term. Okay, looks good. Let's get her out of here. Why have we got a single unit of electronics just sat over here?
Sector scanned.
Alright, we've got Sector D2 has been scanned. Shows us more concrete. There's a lot of concrete on this map. Okay. As soon as this is empty, it's going to give us the option to send our RC Rover over. But because this drone hub is under fairly heavy workload, you can see, heavy, we may as well wait just for a minute or two. Okay, so the meteor storm has begun. It's still down here. Ah, thank the Lord. Fantastic stuff. Okay. So at least in the short term, we don't need to concern ourselves about that meteor storm. Whew. Can't tell you how pleased I am about that. We're still not finding any more bits of research to do. I'm most upset. Now, one thing that I wanted to check is, do we have... No. One thing that we don't have, which could potentially be a problem, is we don't have the capacity to transport things over here. So, in spite of me producing this tunnel, we still can't do a great deal over there. Let's get our drones, move them over here. They'll collect this metal up as long as I put a little bit of storage down. Let's get a couple of universal depots over here. It's not very bright of me, is it? Excellent. So hopefully the drones will now collect all that metal.
Sector scanned.
Ooh. Rare metals. Hello. As soon as that meteor storm is over, we'll go down here, try and get that research bubble. Rare metals up here as well. Okay, that's excellent news. And I think if we get the drone hub over here, I'll be able to get those rare metals up here as well. Not rare metals, excuse me, standard metals. Not rare at all. Let's see how we're doing on refueling. Not too bad at all. Our drones are happy, our resources are... tolerable. Let's take a look. Okay, so we're okay for all of these, at least in the short term. Probably not long term. But that's why we get paid for our research, so we can buy some more as and when we need it. Only 5 remaining over here. I love their little arms. Right. Yes, I know you don't think that you have any drones, but you do. Right, let's see. We're probably not going to be able to get the top pile. That's a shame. Yeah, let's take a look at their little munchkin arms. Wait for them to come back.
Research complete.
Hop, 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 hop. Oh, we've got soil adaptation as well. Let's see if that's unlocked anything of interest for us. Hydroscopic vaporators. With its mechanical simplicity and applicability to any point on Mars' surface, the water vapor adsorption reactor technology can extract water directly from the Martian atmosphere. So we could build our own vaporators. I'll take that. Oh, actually, no, we don't need it. We do not need it at the minute. Thinking very carefully. It's simply not necessary. We will increase rocket cargo potential. And then we will take low-G high-rises. Okay. Potentially a useful piece of technology for us to have over here. Ooh, an anomaly. Is one of these. So let's just put this back here. I think that only requires metal. Oh, it does require electronics, which we're not going to be able to get with any ease. So what do you do? Scans, it might help us discover new technologies. My. We've still got 23 hours of the meteor storm, but because this is so far removed from the meteor storm, we'll go up here. This will be refueled soon, this lovely rocket of ours. Yeah, looks like it's, the storage is full. Of course it is. Let's pop a metals depot over here then. These are some heavy meteor impacts. Look how clustered they are. Oh, I'm glad that wasn't on our base. These are very heavy meteor storms. Oh. Let's hope we never get one on our base. Now, our little explorer should be doing its thing. With its many eyes of doom. Let's see what we get. New techs are available for research.
There's more to the barren environs of the Red Planet than meets the eye. A veritable treasure trove of undiscovered knowledge and wonder.
Oh my.
So long as you know where to look.
Even the tiniest, simply looking rock can contain answers to mysteries which perplexed the human mind for generations. I think we've read this before. We've got utility crops and water reclamation possible. So let's see what those look like. Unlock new crops in farms and hydroponic farms that provide oxygen and improve soil quality. Sounds quite useful. In addition to that, I believe we've got water reclamation, which reduces water usage within a dome. I don't really want that. So, in the short term, neither of those are going to get done. Oh, our rocket's ready to leave. Let's send it home. Alright. So, in order for us to get the resources where we need to do, I think we're going to have to build at least 2 drone hubs. Certainly looks that way, doesn't it? So let's get one here. Grab some cables for it. Wow, look at them go! Whee!
Sector scan.
They have been given purpose. Now, you don't think you have drones at the moment, but you do. Right, meteor storm is nearly over. So let's bring you back here so you can quickly charge from the power grid, and then we'll send you down here. And the next question becomes, if we build one more drone hub here, oof, uneven terrain, damn, oh, that's terrible. So we're gonna have to build it here and then hope that the... damn, it's going to take 2 more of these. How much are they? 8! Oh, God! 8 electronics for each drone hub. That's not ideal at all, is it, ladies and gentlemen? We do have some slight overlap over here, which is quite nice. Now, as always, it's quite useful to get a couple of material depots near each segment. Got 4 drones here. Uh-oh. We have a pipe leak, which has led to quite a severe water shortage. Hopefully that will be sorted out soon. Okay.
Sector scanned.
Let's keep our infrastructure going. Yeah, looks like that's as close as we're going to be able to get her. Let's do it. Uneven terrain. There in itself, I think, is going to lie an issue. Oh, no, we're okay. And of course we need our universal storages next to the other drone hub. It's quite good for us to do this because as soon as we get the there's a particular upgrade that allows shuttles to ferry things around. Once we've got that, that's going to make life a bit easier for us. Why don't we bring you back down here? We're going to have pipes that stretch this massive distance as well. I believe that our drones can actually pass from area to area, so let's see if that's something that occurs. Yes, it looks like it does. So if we have overlapping areas for drone hubs, at least they'll be able to just travel. Well, that's very good news. I'm going to need this drone hub to be about... That covers the entire area. Excellent. Now we're not, having thought about it, we're not going to have to build a pipe. And the reason that we're not going to have to build a pipe... In fact, I don't think we needed this wire either. Ah, there we are. It's going to take time for us to do this. But our infrastructure is getting to where we want it to be. Let's take a look at rockets. We've only got 590 million in the bank right now. Not great. Okay. Ooh.
Research complete.
This could be interesting. Our scans have found some interesting readings in the sector. Further analysis is needed. So once we've researched this, we'll go down here, research, where is it? This additional research bubble, which will of course help us to gain a little bit more money. We found more rare metals. Okay, I'm feeling not confident. I'm certainly not feeling confident, but I'm feeling a lot happier about this now. Drone load is heavy over here. Once this is done, this will get done. Do you know what we'll do? Let's move this drone hub down here for a moment.
The readings told us it was a vein rich with ore. But the data turned out to be incorrect. Under those fine red sands lay the intact hull of a rover.
We immediately recognized it. Curiosity, a historic finding that stretched its hand in a welcoming gesture through the years back to the first missions on the Red Planet. It belonged to a museum, but on the other hand, there was an opportunity to gain more parts that we could rarely get our hands on. It was a tough decision. 500 million funding. Yes, please, I'll take that. And the reason I'm bringing this rover down here is so they can just grab this metal, which I think may be useful. And then we'll move them back up here afterwards. Ooh, research for the drone swarm is complete. What's this? 3D machining. We're going to need that as well. Okay, so this creates polymers. This 3D machining, that is going to create machine parts. The last piece of the the last piece of the puzzle is electronics. As soon as we have electronics as well, then we can start trying to forge. I don't know whether we'll succeed in the short term.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
Ooh. Got another research bubble over there. That's fantastic. Let's go and grab this one first. Oh, wow. I'm really pleased about everything that's occurring now. But I'm afraid that's all we've got time for this episode. I'm ever so sorry. We'll come back in the next episode. I may do a little bit off camera. Yes, just a little bit in order to try and secure ourselves and get ourselves ready for building our first dome. When we come back, hopefully you'll find that we do have some additional water extraction and we're ready to build our first dome. Fingers crossed here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you like this series, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please, please, please make sure that you hit the like button and give me a comment as well. You have no idea how much it helps to spread the visibility of a YouTuber's videos if you've been enjoying them. If you just hit that like button and just drop a comment, doesn't really matter what the comment is. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
But to look your enemy in the eye, knowing you'll remember his face for the rest of your life, now that takes a stomach much stronger than you'll ever have.